Hey, how's everybody doing? Trying to come up with something to do today. I did find a box of silver, or at least silver parts and pieces that I either took apart from something or like this came from the base of this guy. But I think I'm going to make a sterling ingot today. Um, so this guy has a signature right here. But I'm going to see how many grams I start with and how many grams I end up with after I make a small sterling ingot. This is a ivory statue, probably done in the 20s, going by what's in her hair. She was broken here on her foot. But looks like Joe Dess is what I can read. Still is a really nice little nude statue. It's a shame it's an ivory. Can't sell that anymore. But I found it in a box of stuff that I bought. I got this box at the flea market a while ago. Most of these leaves are all handmade silver leaves. I could probably save some of these jump rings just because you never know when you're going to need those to fix either a necklace or something like that. Believe it or not, it's all silver. Just some of it's tarnished. I think if I save, 2 or 3 dozen of these jump rings, should be pretty good for a while in repairs. That's probably pretty good on the jump rings. I'm at 85 grams so far. He's not silver. I'll take a couple of those, little different size jump ring. These are marks. It's marked sterling right here. I wonder how much those weigh. I'm at 100 grams. Those were 50 grams. That's pretty cool. Over an ounce. Had all these hand hammered silver leaves that were cut out of these silver plates. I like how they hammered it first and then cut it out to get the texture. This is like a heavy buckle or something. We're at 200 grams. It's going to be a nice little bar. That is not silver. Bunch of leaves though. Might actually keep this one. I don't know what I would do with it though. But that head is already turned into a nice cameo. Just need to add the ring base. Very nice old piece of silver. I'll stick that in that little bin there. I like how they stamped out these pieces. I don't know what they were for. A little chain. Definitely don't need the fish hook. Do miss the flea market, but 260 grams. But it has been nice going through all the little boxes of stuff. $270. Doesn't look like I'm going to make it 300, I don't think. I know I have this little piece of silver on this little wine coaster. I could always take that off. It's probably 5 or 8 grams. I don't think that's silver. Looks like everything in this box, the rest is all brass. Alright, so starting out with 270 grams. Alright, I'm going to go turn on the furnace. So, I turned on my furnace. It's been about 10 minutes. It's going to take probably another 20 minutes for it to reach temperature. So, I have to find something to do. I think I'm going to have a nice big box of costume jewelry. I'll separate a lot for eBay. It's still not red hot yet. I do have this big bin of costume jewelry. I'm thinking if I fill up this tin with, I don't know, interesting earrings, and mostly earrings. They could even be single earrings. But I'm kind of interested to see what a lot of single earrings would actually sell for on eBay. So, I don't know, there has to be an easier way to go through this bin. Maybe if I get a table, put it all out on the table, just because it's going to take a bit of time just picking it out one piece by piece. Alright, I'm going to clean room. But I figure this bin will be about 4 to 5 pounds of single earrings. It's like a nude lady in the center. I guess we'll throw in some. This is like a little Easter pin. Throw in a couple pins too. Alright, I'm gonna go make room on the table. Jewelry up. I think the easiest way is just pour it out. Oh, a lot of necklaces in here too. I don't know if I'll find any more silver in this pile, but I know there's a lot of little things that people can use in crafts. Some early pins and stuff. So should make a good craft lot. Probably only need about half of it though out today. It all depends on how big a mess I want to make. It seems whenever I sort, I always make a mess and find a bunch of cool things while I'm little St. Christopher's medal. Temperature on the silver is 500 degrees. Excuse me. I think that's probably pretty close to good. Move her out of the way. cute little frog. Actually, that's our bin for putting all of our treasures we find. Fun pair of pineapples. Pretty sure I'm going to put all of the necklaces and stuff back in right now. I'm going to try to just get little parts and pieces in here. Make it a real nice crafter's lot. Can save that and put it in a copper ingot. It's a nice little copper necklace. All these little bags have, I don't think they have pairs though. Let's see. A little pheasant. That's actually kind of cool. It's a little folk art pheasant. I'm going to save that. There's a bear. I think that's a frog. Definitely need a beer for this job. These are nice little milk glass flowers. There's a ton of little stuff in here. I like the swan. Definitely different. They're not silver. Maybe I'll find some stuff to use for repair. What the heck is that? It's like an antique lighter. L&H. Yeah, that's sellable. Cameo ring. Looks like Grumpy. I don't know. Out of my goal per lot of costume jewelry is about $20–25 for a 2+ pound lot. So like this one. It's like a clothes hanger safety pin. Almost. Definitely different. Throwing some tie bars. This is actually pretty cool. I think this might actually be sellable. It is like a little monogrammed silver pin, but the other side was a little British, or no, it's Canadian. Must be a dime, is my guess. But I don't know. Definitely looks like it says AMW, maybe. I found 2 things for me. This little brass and copper ring. This looks like some more copper. Probably can. I'm just going to save that. There is tons of little parts and pieces in here, though. Gold filled piles coming along. I haven't really taken anything good apart recently, like in as computer pins go, but I have been finding here and there a nice piece of costume or something that's gold filled to put in my gold filled pile. I always take chain like this that's non-magnetic, and if the ends are soldered, I'll put that in my gold-filled pile. Little turtle, probably from the 50s. Little dangly clown, I guess that is. Temperature on the silver is, oh, it went up to 700. It's almost time to add the sterling. Now this guy might actually get tested. It's a rough casted ring, but look at the detail on the hummingbird. Well, I've had gold like this in the past, so that actually, with the detail, it might not be brass. I mean, it was definitely casted, like a casted ring. Hasn't been polished yet. I don't have acid here to test it, but at the flea market I watched somebody buy stuff that was even more tarnished than this, but it was all like roughly casted like this. See how it got poured into its mold. And my buddy hit for like 10 grand. It was a whole box, like a little cigar box of rough casted 10-carat rings. I don't know, that was pretty nice. And the sticker on this is pretty old too, so you can see where the little stone would sit. Even if it is brass, it would polish up pretty nice. Another cameo. That's nice. It's got the necklace clasp part. I know if you separated all the necklace clasps, you can sell those in a lot. That's probably Trifari, but I don't see a mark on it. Maybe underneath. I think there's only one. I don't know, I've seen people take all these parts and pieces and just make great collages with them. I used to have a lot more bins like this. I've sold most of them in the last 5 or 6 years, but this looks like a little, I guess it's a part of a pin. I think that B might be listable. It's kind of cool. It's like a scary doll head. A little tiger bead. Just trying to do once over, make sure there isn't anything else I could use. Almost looks like that would be sterling. Oh, it is. A pair of sterling earrings. With, I guess that's moonstone or something. They're marked right there on the top. It's pretty good. Alright, I'm gonna go add the silver, I think. 115 degrees. I have all the silver. Just need to open up that kiln. It's nice and red down there. So I'm going to slide most of that right in. I don't think that big piece is actually going to fit. I'm going to have to pull that out. This is just a little bit too wide. Let's see if that will go. All right. The rest should just slide right in. All right, I'm going to have to go bend these squares in half to actually be able to fit those. So I bent these pieces so they were flat. They should fit right in, and then we'll be able to go wait for this to melt down and hopefully finish a lot of jewelry. It's at 815 degrees. It's got probably another 15-20 minutes before it's ready to pour. So far with the costume jewelry, I found the carved pheasant, the little sterling coin, the rough ring, the bee, and the pair of sterling earrings. I'm pretty happy with that, actually. I believe I did sort this, I don't know, sometime last summer. Bunch of rhinestone earrings. This is actually I'll pull the gold filled off of this watch band. There's not a lot. There's probably 4 to 5 grams of gold filled off of that, off of a lady's watch band like that. Just takes a bunch of time with a pair of pliers. Monocraft. I don't know who actually made that. TKS. I always thought if you can find the stock symbols for these 3 letters, you can list them on eBay that way. I will be make it back home and I'll show you guys what the garden looks like now. It's actually grown a lot since the last time I've shown you. Definitely has been a lot of fun getting all the beds ready. That looks like it could be silver too right there. It's kind of stuck. This one says, yep, sterling with a couple rhinestones. It'll be interesting when things go back to normal, where silver and gold fall out at. Do they end up higher or lower? I mean, there's really no place to sell them here in New Jersey right now, except for online, because all the flea markets and jewelry stores are closed. Pretty sure that's sterling too. Always get your hands dirty when you play with the silver jewelry. It's a good blue stone, but I don't really need it. I have plenty of replacement stones right now. Here's another piece of silver. It's the letter L. I've seen on eBay, since gold has been so high, that a lot of people have been selling the gold filled for, you can always sell these mice with the wiggly tail. The gold filled has been bringing a decent premium, like the old gold filled glasses and the pocket watches. I guess people have time to sit there and work on deplating. I don't recommend it. I always send my stuff out to a refinery, just because it you can get very injured by breathing in the wrong chemicals while you're doing it at home. You just have to save up enough for the refinery to take a lot from you. Normally they'll do 10 to 15 pounds. Some nice rhinestones in that. I like this cameo in there. I might actually save that one. I could probably use those. Let's buy something good, actually. This screwback earring. And it's just gold filled, but you see how it has that floret on it? A lot of the gold jewelry will have more detail on the clasps and stuff. So first, another piece of gold filled. And I did find these gold filled earrings too. So actually not doing bad with sterling and gold filled. These are always either gold or gold filled also. This one's gold filled. I mean, I've had them in gold too. It's like a suspender or stocking. They wanted $15 for that. Pretty interesting. Could always use pins for repair. Some Art Deco belt buckles. I'm gonna have to check my temperature soon. Yeah, look at that. Another pair of sterling earrings. Those probably weigh 3 or 4 grams. And that would make them, sterling, I guess, is selling close to $1 a gram. It's not really worth that. Here's a sterling clasp. There's a, what was it, 20, I forget how many grams are in a troy ounce. I think it might even be, I want to say it's 30 grams in a troy ounce. And silver's trading at $15 a troy ounce, so I would think you need, I think it should be trading around 50 cents a gram. Another piece of gold filled, a little piece of jade in the center. I might actually save that stone. The letter S, is that gold filled? No. Definitely a lot of earrings in here. Electroplated gold ring. Here's a bunch of parts bits and pieces. It's starting to look like a decent lot for making stuff. I just found something I can list online. This is like a 1930s swallow pin. Maybe 20s, but it's all enamel. Very, very pretty. That should do fairly well. Crab earring. Put that in that box. A Liberty Bell. Metal watch fob. It's probably like a little Swarovski ornament or something, but I don't see a signature on it. Well, I think that's all I'm going to put in this lot, just because I'm going to have to go pour my bar soon. This is an old watch fob chain. One more piece of sterling. It's marked right there, 925. So this is what I got in gold filled. I can weigh the silver real fast. See how much we actually picked up. I can throw that coin on. And I'll take off like 5 grams for the stones. I got 15 grams of silver. So, pretty good. Definitely more than I thought I'd find. I think the best thing though I got was the bird. Alright, time to go pour that bar. So, temperature's 963, 964. I did put the mold on the top here, so it would warm up. I think I'm gonna let it sit for another, I'll let it get to almost 1,000 degrees before I pour. Definitely should work out pretty well. There's a fire brick here, have my glove, and safety glasses always. Alright, we're at 1,009 degrees. Gonna move the crucible over. I think I have to get another glove. I'm pretty good with my left hand, but I don't trust it pouring this high temperature stuff. So let's see how it goes. Should just pour pretty well. Got a nice little bar out of that. A little bit left over. Pull that out like that. Put that back in. Put that in the next melt. Hopefully it comes out pretty good. Alright, and I do have a little bucket of water. Actually, it looks like a nice little bar. It'll be interesting. We did have that little piece right here. Can probably pick it up with bare hands now, and let it dry off for a second, and we'll see what it ends up being. So I cleaned up my my table. I cleaned up the table. I got my little bag of silver, little bag of gold filled, little bag of gold I have to test, and I got my lot for to sell on eBay. Kind of interested to see how close we got with the bar. 265 grams. Yeah, 265. This little piece maybe weighs 1 gram. Not even. Very, very little piece. So, I don't know. Definitely was happy how it came out. So, I don't think I'm going to pour it again, even though it has all these holes, but I think it's fine. My my silver guy buys it just like that, so he'll be happy. Alright, I'm going to go show you guys the garden. Well, made it back to the garden. Figured I'd show you guys how well the seeds are doing. These are all of our varieties of tomatoes. We ordered a lot of zinnias this year. Mexican sunflowers. Definitely everything seems to be popping up pretty good. But I think today I'm going to work on cutting out the rest of this bed here. It's about 50 foot long. Very happy with how the lettuce has been growing. Definitely big enough where we can almost cut one for a salad. I'm gonna plant the tomatoes on this bed here. All of the radishes have been growing really, really well. The beets are actually up. They're kind of hard to see with this. The beets, and actually the carrots have started coming up. I don't know if you guys can see those carrots there, but definitely is a really nice spring day, and hopefully the garden grows as well as we think it will. The little electric fence so far has worked. Again, the whole idea is if you put it any higher, they would either go under it or walk over it, and they just kind of walk into it and seem to leave all of the lettuce and like the peas, the sweet peas alone. So haven't really done anything else to keep the deer away. If guys, let me know what you think, if the silver is going to be worth more or less after we get out of I guess our social distancing. I'm actually I don't know, I'm probably going to keep it until see what happens. If you haven't yet, please check out the BlueBusDave eBay, and please give somebody a call who might be alone. Thank you very, very much for watching, and we'll catch everybody next video. Peace. Nice and blue skies.